Hello YouTube, so I hope you're enjoying my show today. Today is the set of the year. It's the set of year 2025 edition. 2025 has been a good year, but there's not been so many sets, I would say personally. It seems to be, so last year there was like loads of sets coming out at once. I think they missed a lot from during the pandemic. Now they managed to catch up a bit. They have done a bit now, so they have slowed down a little bit. So let's talk about the whole year. So we started off this year with the January and Feb. We started off with the Supreme Darkness set. It was an okay set. It was not a great set to start with. There were some decent cards in that set, and then we had the Blue-Eye Structure. The Blue-Eye Structure had a little bit of an impact, but then once the late stuff comes out, it sort of fizzled down a bit. It's still making impact now. Blue Eyes as a good alternative to some people's decks and stuff. So it's still having a bit of impact, but not loads at the same time. So then in March and April there was the Maze of Masters set, which done really well. It won a YCS. It didn't start very well, but then it got better over time. And then we had the quarter century extravaganza thing. That done quite well, I reckon. That done very well for reprints and stuff, which is cool, which is good. So yep, and stuff which is good. So these two done quite well in general, but they didn't. But this one didn't start until later on. Okay, this one didn't start getting better as the year went on. Then in May and June we had the Lines Inside stuff that done very well with the new Ninista, the new Malice sort of stuff, and all sorts. Really, that done quite well. And then we had the Battlefield. That's doing quite well, but we got delayed here until like almost August here. So I could have put that also in August for us, but it was still done quite well. So, but it still was quite good in general and stuff, which is cool, quite handy really. Then the July and August there was Duelist Advance and then Justice Hunters. Both these sets done quite well. Justice Hunters was the best overall. That's one of the best sets of the year. I would say all the decks have had some impact some way or somehow. You had the rank 5, you had the fusion, which made it impact with the Dragon Trail and the K9 sort of engine. Then you had the yummy stuff, which done quite well, not as pure, but also as engine as other decks. With the Duelist Advance, you had some good stuff too in that set, with the Rise, with the Exceeds and stuff, which is cool, which is unique. So there was some good stuff with the Honor Peers and stuff. Made much more impact. People made up to be, so I think I had much better than you think it did this time around, so that was cool, that was good. September just had the Mega Tins. The Mega Tins had a little bit too much still in them again. They didn't make so much impact as other tins, and they're trying to make a smaller version so you can just get the packs, which is fine, but I prefer the tins, I did. But maybe you don't need to rely on the tins so much now, because because the time it came out, there was not a lot of stuff you actually wanted for the sets, for the Mega Tins, which is a really big shame. In November we had the Legendary decks. So the Legendary deck was the first time we had this for about 6 years. So this made a bit of an impact, not much. There was a little bit of hype for the Rose stuff, really, for the Shifu sort of stuff, Kaiser Cell stuff, which is cool. And the Moltrami, so some nice reprints. The Synchro deck's done quite well. I played against it. It was quite annoying. Hand loop you and rip you and stuff. Blackwind's not so much, but I think that was just reprint. I think that was just for Edison. But now when it came out, it was also for Genesis stuff. So, yep. So, as you can see, it didn't make much of an impact. So, it's a little bit. It was a little bit it's still making some now, and I think the Rose deck will do quite well in a regional wise. Yes, it already topped some regionals already. Hey, so, and then the last set was Phantom Revenge. Now this is a set. It's gonna just build over time. I reckon. I still think people are still trying to pick this up, play some other decks with it and stuff, because they're not gonna make Impact Strike. I think once you got the Blazing Protocol and the Phantom Raid sort of stuff, for the Pro Protocol, and maybe what's ever gonna be bursting in Blazing Dominion and stuff. We don't know what's gonna be in that set in general. So overall, I would say personally, this one was probably about a 6.5. These two, maybe a 7. This made it overtime, so maybe a 6.5. This had a lot of impact in terms of nice reprints and stuff, so that's an 8. This had impact, so that's maybe a decent 7. Battle Legend had some impact with the Drax and some other stuff too, with the Gem Knights topping the YCS and stuff, and helping out other stuff, which is cool, which is good. So I'll give that a 7.5. This is the best set over Hunter's Justice. I'll say that's a definite 10. But this has some impact too with the Olympias, with the Doors of Arms had some impact too with it and stuff, which is cool, which is good. So yep. The negatives are not great, but it's still decent reprint try, so it's a 7. It's still a 7. It's still good, but there's some bits I definitely could have not put so many cards in the reprint section, and have more. Well, still have loads of reprints, but chose better reprints and make it more current. Some strange reason. When it came out, this hasn't had its impact yet, but I think it will eventually. It did with the hype of the Rose stuff, but again, that didn't materialize, yep, and stuff. But for Genesis Scott, these decks were good. Even one of the sleeper cards is now worth 100 points, so it shows that I wanted to play, but Junk Recycler, whatever that card is. So, and Thunder Rage, I don't know yet for this deck. I think this set will be better in the Genesis, apart from Olympia, which is Pendulum, so you can't play that obviously, but you can play the other two. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna try some stuff on. So, alright. It was a good year overall. It didn't have so many sets as last time around, so I think they're just cutting down a bit more. But it just means they even things out. We already know what's coming out next year already for a lot of stuff already, and we already worked it out for the most of it. So, which is a good thing, not especially a bad thing. And thank you that it was me, John Little, today. So, just thank you for myself, which is cool, which is good. So, which is alright to say at least. So, I'll say, okay. So, as we say, this year was a good 8 overall. Not the best sets, but there were some good, decent sets overall. The best set was near the end of the year, so which is good. So, but next year looks like a good competitive year next year also too. So, which will be still good. So it just means things are starting to change over time, and people are starting to. You don't have to win with being expensive decks now. So, okay, well. Okay, I hope you enjoyed. But the show today, subscribe, watch y'all. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Yep, all those. Yep. So, I won 1 game yesterday and lost 2. There was only like 5 of us yesterday, so not many of us yesterday, which is okay. Hey, I'll be there next week, but not the week up. But then there'll be a few weeks in a row when I won't be there. I'll be going back to my parents soon in Christmas time, so that's why you won't be seeing many videos over the Christmas period. We'll definitely be doing some other stuff we need to do. Okay. Okay. I don't have the road one done, but I heard it was quite a lot with the road stuff, so, yep. Okay, I hope you enjoyed, but today, subscribe, watch your peace, everyone. Good luck and doing, everyone. one. Peace, everyone. Good luck and doing, everyone.